Hello everyone, today we're going to be reviewing the Emperor's Throne Room. This set is set number 75352, rated 18 and up, and it has 807 pieces for $100 in the United States. We'll see in this review whether the set is worth $100 or not, but I'm just going to say right now that it is not worth the entire $100, but it is very close in my opinion, only missing a few different details. Let's take a look at the side and the back of the box. For the side of the box, we can see Luke Skywalker with his brand new hairpiece, which has been much needed for years now. And we can see a scene from the movie itself, and that exact scene recreated in Lego with the dimensions of the set being 6.5 inches tall and 8 inches wide, and the scene where the Emperor is about to kill Luke, with Darth Vader watching. Let's get into the time lapse. First up, we have Darth Vader, and this Darth Vader has very good printing all the way around. It has the newish soft capes with very good printing on the backside, which matches the front very well. And of course, it has arm printing and the newer face print for Darth Vader. Now let's take a look at Luke Skywalker. Next up, we have Luke Skywalker, and this one has only one difference, which is the hairpiece. This hairpiece on the box made it look very large, but it is not that big in the actual fig. Is only ever so slightly larger than the head and slightly bigger than most hair pieces. When we can take it off, we can see the two face printing, which is one just a stern look and a more happy expression with simple back printing, and front printing with no leg printing, which is a downgrade from the newer Luke Skywalker from the 2021, I believe, Luke Skywalker attack set, which has nice leg printing, only missing the hair piece, which we'll just take a look at right now, because that one figure was the only thing bad about that figure, which didn't have the hairpiece. And here's what the hairpiece looks like with him. I believe it looks very good, which is a great new Luke piece, like Luke minifigure that looks absolutely stunning all the way through him. Last up, we have the Emperor Palpatine, and Emperor Palpatine has a brand new face print. The rest of the printing is exactly the same as it was in previous years. The new face print is very similar to the old one, except it has bright yellow eyes, which are very different from the ones before with no pupils. Same as to be said on the backside, which is more of an angry expression, and back printing, which is very simplistic and simple, but is very good, which you will not see that much, but you might want to take the cape off for what we'll see now. Here is a 2023 Emperor's Throne Room, and this throne room is very large with the amount of space it gives, but it's also a very small model for the room itself because it's only really representing the throne and the walking up to it. Before we take a look at the throne, we'll take a look at some of the few features in the set. Obviously, you can move all of these up and down on each side, which we can take a look at now with both sides. It is very simplistic, and you don't want to push it down too far, else they're a pain to get off, which you can also just move the railings up and down too, which if you do that, they will the sides will try to move off because it is only connected by 4 studs. Next, there is the 40-year Return of the Jedi plaque, which is just one-sided printed, which is amazing for print, and you can easily take it off to make the model look more symmetrical and more complete. And it's not like this doesn't make it look complete. It could just be like an eyesore for some fans. Next, we'll just take up the stairs. After these in the railing, we have a little platform at the front, which you can take off, which is connected by 8 studs. And these are for Emperor Palpatine's lightning pieces. You can connect them just like this, and just pushing them down, and then making sure they're at a good place. And then you can push these down in the 2 corners to create the illusion that they're there, obviously, and underneath. Next, we can take a look at the side of the build, and it is very hollow throughout the entire build, which you can see literally to the other end from this, and it's only held up by a few decent plates. Next, we can swing it around to the back, and you can see tons of different details, and of course the one middle circle panel, which is barely connected in. And if you just move 2 pieces ever so slightly, just like that, you can easily pop this thing out just like this. And it's a very interesting technique that they used, which I absolutely adore, because you never see techniques like this used in sets that often, and it is really interesting and cool when they do use them. Getting it back on, I've never done before, so it might be a pain, but we will see right now. It's not a pain at all. It's very simple. And to keep it in place, I try to push the 2 pieces in as much as I can to where they can't really go anywhere. So it really holds in tight. So when you shake it around, move it, put it upside down, it's not going to go anywhere. And the back itself does look fairly decent. Sadly, there's technical holes all the way through the bottom. I don't know why they couldn't just use different pieces that can hold it there. Maybe they had to use these specific ones. I don't think so. I bet there was other ways to do it where you'd have much less technicals. That was one of the biggest problems with the set for me, but it's on the back, so it's not that much of a problem. Next, we have these side pieces, which are very flimsy and can easily pop off because they're only connected by a few studs. There's, I believe, 6 studs here and 1 on either side. So literally just with a little bit of give, you can pop the whole thing off. And we can take a look at this little section. So it's a very simple section, just with like the folding pieces on the back. Here's what the back of this looks like. And it's literally only connected by 8, 9, 10 studs in total, which most of them are here, and of course the 1-on-1 stud on either side. Next, we can get into the chair itself, and I'll use a little bit of zoom to get there. Okay, now the chair itself is a very interesting technique, so we will pop it off, and it's very simple to pop off the chair. So in the chair, it has very weird techniques to make it even. The only problem I had with the chair was that they didn't create a new mold for having the 3 wide slope, which I believe is overdue at this point because this technique has been used in many sets to create the 3 wide piece. Overall, the chair is very nice and simple and has very sharp points on it, and it has very nice curves to the chair itself and looks very well detailed and well built. Lastly, we can place the minifigures in their respective spots. So we can place Palpatine on the throne, just like so, have his hands down, and we can turn him around for effect, and he can look out the window of the Death Star. Next, we can place Luke Skywalker walking up with Vader right beside him. We better zoom out for that. There we go. And Vader, again, right beside him, walking his son to the Emperor. That is everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. And before we finish, we should really mention, is this worth $100? No. I would say pay $90 at most for the set because, yes, it is a very large set for the $100 for now, but you can get much better deals for $100 in today's money. And comparing this to the old one, which I will do and make a video of, there's clear difference on which one is worth the money more. However, this is at most a $90 set. You could easily pay $80 for this. That's what I recommend buying this for, if not cheaper. But if you do see this for $90, I do recommend picking it up for that. And this set will 100% go down. All of the diorama sets that I've seen in older years have gone down like $10, $20 at Walmart. The trash compactor went from $90 to $70 at Walmart. That's like $30 difference. Sorry, $20 difference. I'm tired of filming this late at night. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you all again soon, and have a good rest of your day.